studinya for speaking for bahasa Indonesia. Untuk pendidikan perubahan sangat perguruan tinggi itu ditinjauan mulai sejak saya kembali kepada tanah air, kembali kepada Thailand untuk melanjuti untuk menjadi peserta pendidik di Thailand itu perubahan zaman sekarang 4.0 itu sangat memungkinkan perubahan sangat. Kalau dibandingkan perbedaan pendidikan dengan Indonesia itu sangat lebih tepat Indonesia untuk memajukan zaman industri. Kalau untuk dibandingkan untuk pendidikan di Thailand, seharusnya bagi Miss atau di peserta lain seharusnya mengerti, pendidikan di Thailand itu kita harusnya terbagi kepada dua. Pendidikan agama Islam, pendidikan bagian umum. Di perguruan tinggi Thailand itu terbagi kepada dua posisi. Bahagian kebanyakan di sekolah negeri, itu pendidikan kebanyakan khususan kepada ilmu umum. Dalam untuk bahagian beberapa fakulti, di fakulti dikatakan sangat minim untuk melanjuti bahagian keagama Islam dan menerapkan bahagian ajaran Islam. Itu bahagian di perguruan tinggi negeri di Thailand. Saya kembali kepada perguruan tinggi College Jisda yang tempat saya mengurusi beberapa sekolah swasta yang di Thailand melanjuti beberapa satu FTU Universiti Islamik Yala dan Syahda Al-Fatani Kisda. Itulah memang benar-benarnya sekolah swasta yang meliputi benar-benarnya untuk menerapkan konsep ajaran Islam sepenuhnya. Tetapi bagaimana terhadap masalah tingkah laku, karakter seorang mahasiswa, peserta didik yang kita ingin mendidik itu terhadap dengan pemerintahan sangat berbeda. Kurikulum kadang-kadangnya dari datang pemerintahan seharusnya ada reformasi bagi perguruan tinggi menyesuaikan dengan berdasarkan ajaran Islam yang ada di selatan Thailand. Itulah dengan secara umum untuk menjawabkan berkaitan dengan yang untuk dimistanya tadi.
Well, thank you very much for the answer of Dr. Abdul Rahman Mahir. Due to our limited time, so we will continue for the next speaker, Dr. Abdul Rahman Mahir. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your participation, presentation, and great contribution to this second day of ISSTRC 2023. Once again, thank you very much, Dr. Abdul Rahman Mahir. And ladies and gentlemen, now we move on the last speakers for the second day of ISSTRC 2023, Associate Professor Dr. Hood Camry. Are you there, Doctor?
Yeah.
All right. At this session, Associate Professor Dr. Hood Camry will be the invited speaker who will deliver a presentation on mathematics education. His special paper that will be presented is Teaching Innovation for Mathematics Teachers. Associate Professor Dr. Hood Camry is a senior lecturer at University of Malaya, Malaysia. He was born in Pekanbaru, Indonesia. He was graduated bachelor degree in mathematics education at University of Riau, Pekanbaru, Indonesia. Education at University of Malaya, Malaysia. He has been an award of the numerous award works since 2020, such as Gold Prize Insight 2020, Faculty of Education, University of Malaya, Gold Award at International Summit on Innovation and Design Exposition, Faculty of Education, University Malaya 2020, Gold Award at New Academia Learning Innovation, University Technology Malaya, University Technology Malaysia 2021, and many others. He is the author of many academic works such as Development of Higher Order Thinking Skills Test Instrument on Quadratic Equation for Secondary School Students, published by Pegam Journal of Education and Instruction 2022, indexing Doctor, thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning.
Waalaikumsalam.
All right, thank you so much for the invitation as invited speaker. So I'm Hood Camry from University Malaya Faculty of Education. All right, so let me start to share my screen to present it. All right, so this is about the part of my project research that I will introduce about the My OTG. So let me start with the what is the main of My OTG. So the main of My OTG is GeoGebra software. So GeoGebra is one of free software for mathematics. So actually this one is created by developed by the Marcus Howante in 2002. But no, currently in Malaysia, especially, I think it's Indonesia also. This software, I think is many from the teachers among students already know about this. But how we implement, how we integrate this software for our teaching and learning. So why I'm focused with the GeoGebra. So this is the part of the advantage of the GeoGebra. So the GeoGebra software can be installed on our device, example as a laptop or computer, handphone, tablet, then the others device that can be supported like a smartphone, right? So means the GeoGebra can be used with anywhere and everywhere. So what the other advantage of GeoGebra? So which is the GeoGebra can be used to explain about the topics of algebra, about the geometry and calculus, statistics, and trigonometry. But it's not only this the advantage. So GeoGebra also can be create the animation, which is the one can be make it that student more interest with the teaching or process in the classroom. Then I'm starting with the why I choose this GeoGebra and try to make it that a new innovation from this software, where the specific, the current now I have the background, why is it can be going on. So first, when I'm learning about the GeoGebra is more advantage of GeoGebra, so I try to make it like things about how this GeoGebra software can help the teachers or students when they are learn some of the topic in mathematics. The starting with I explore this GeoGebra with myself, and then I learn more about the GeoGebra and produce some of article about GeoGebra. So then after that, I'm implement this software of GeoGebra to my student, undergraduate and also postgraduate student. They come up with some of idea to develop the innovation project. So this is the sum of the innovation project that has been done and also has been shared with the others user. So for example, my OTG, this is part of my project. And also I had this one product by my student. So Jojo RotaQ, and also Cardigio and Velia of. This is the sum of the example, the name of innovation project from me and also my students. Then let me introduce a little bit about the some of the products. This is the we call as a Google Wall. So there is a combining about Google Sites, Word Wall, and also GeoGebra. Then also has been submitted for the international competition innovation. So Alhamdulillah, this one for silver award, received for silver award. The others, the software innovation also created by my student and me, that we call as a RotaQ. So the sum of we combined the sum of the activities in the classroom, and then with the F of the graph theory online and the quizzes, the activities that combine together and come up with the new innovation project. So this one also submitted to the international innovation, then received the silver award. All right, that continue with the next innovation that have been developed with my student. So this is we call a Velia of. So also the value of the actually main of this project using the PowerPoint, but we have a link using the hyperlink and also link to the others apps, how the student can be used this innovation project when the situation, the previous we have the lockdown situation, some of the students have barriers and also the teachers has barriers because of they want to transfer all the knowledge at the same time. But we have some of the barriers because of the government have mentioned about the lockdown for many parts of area and district. Then also submit to the international innovation competition, then receive the silver award. And this one is we also the example, one of the example of my project and with my my students, we call as a Cardigio, which is combined with the Kahoot, Dart, and also GeoGebra. So then also submit to the international competition for innovation, then receive gold award. Then based on this, yeah, I will today will introduce in more detail about the one of my project, which is this one I have received for the grant from the University Malaya to conduct this research to develop innovation. So we call as a MyOTG. Yeah, MyOTG stands for My Online Teaching with GeoGebra. But currently now, what we do for the face-to-face class already today, then we call as a My Offline, and online to be offline teaching with GeoGebra, which is this product is not only can be used by using online, but this software also this product can be also used by offline situation, which is the main face-to-face class. Then the inventor is me as a lead, as a head of this project, and also helping by the other teams, Ms. Raihan Zainuddin and also Dr. Muhammad Zuhrin Muhammad Kamali. We have a different faculty, but we combine this project together with the some of from our ideas, and after that we contribute with the develop this tools. We call it as a tool as MyOTG. Okay, starting with the background, why we focus on this innovation project. So the first is because of we're looking for the current situation among the pre-service, pre-university student. So means we found that some of the students have a problem about the reasoning skills. Then also we find the some of the literature review to support about the current situation that we have conclusion that this is the problem. Then after that, we focus on that important of using technology for teaching and learning. So we found that in the process of teaching and learning at the time when we in the situation and during the COVID-19 situation without lockdown, because so many problems that can be faces by not only by teachers and also students. So means here we find that somehow we solve the problem, which is now when we do for the online at that time, but some of the students they involved, they engage with all the activities by online, but some of them just we don't know that what happened to the student because of the camera off, and also with we asked to do the activities, but not all the students submit the task that given, and they see that thing that yeah, that's the problem at that time. So then also with the current situation that Ministry of Education in Malaysia, the government for the highest ministry they mentioned about, we should integrate IR 4.0 also for the education level. That means we were looking for the IR 4.0. We find the keys of how to implement the IR 4.0 is education. We're using the technology. So then after that, we talking about the how the technology can be implemented in our class, or maybe can help the other students or the lecturers or maybe teachers to solve the problem that what they are currently has faced. Then now, after we found that some of the literature review, then we come up with our problem. We more to focus with the problem now. So first is about we are looking for the yes, currently we use for online classes. That means we found that the problem is because that teachers they just use for that just using the online media, using for example the the Google Meet, or maybe this is Teams, Zoom, or maybe WebEx on the other apps that can be support. But the thing is, when they are transferred the knowledge, they are focused on using the slide, or maybe they just talk on that camera. Then after that, the sum of the task given, but they're waiting for a student submit to the assignment. But for me, after this, that we call it that, is it a conventional at the time regularly the teachers use on the process of teaching and learning. Then after that, we decided, okay, this is the problem. We try to find to support the statement that we highlighted. Then continue with the others problem. We found about that student has a problem also about the memorize. Yeah, all the information using the online, but sometimes they are, because of the everything has a fast changes, so means that a bit problem with the maybe about the student and also the teachers, how they are processed for their teaching and learning, and also the student also difficult to them to memorize everything about the knowledge they are received. And also the students sometimes also they have problem about do not appreciate the topic of proportional logic. We find that some of the list of topic that think that problem among a student in focus and mathematics area. So we found that proportional logic is the one of the topic has the we are conclude that this is the top 3 of the topic has the problem among us students. Then the others issues that we highlighted is because of currently now we have so many apps, so many software that are produced by some creators. Actually, they produce with the support, which are also for teachers and the students. Then now, how all the apps, all the tools, all the media can be integrate in our process of teaching and learning. And also that the last, this is the issue that we highlight, is the lacking of student engagement in online teaching and learning, which is the main previous that I had already mentioned that, yeah, the student, especially from the online session, that close camera, when we sometimes we have problem also, that's mean the student when asked, for example, 20 students in the class with the online classes, during underclass only 5 students available. So the rest with the so many reasons why then with the reason we don't know also what the reason is. It the correct issue, the problem, or maybe only the reason of the students. That thing that how this problem that we try to solve, how to make it the student interest with our process of teaching, then it can be more engagement in our class. Then we are focused for these two objectives. So first is about develop my OTG with the purpose to enhancing mathematical reasoning efficiency among pre-university students. And the second one is to investigate the effectiveness of my OTG in mathematical reasoning competency among pre-university students. So means we try to develop first, and then after that, we see the effect of that innovation for our students. Then we follow with this framework, the process we develop the innovation. So first, we starting with the need analysis process, and then continue with the design and development and evaluation process. So we use the DDR approach when we develop the innovation project here. All right, let me go for the methodology part. So in the process of phase 1 is need analysis, we involve lecturers and students. So based on this, we come up with the sum of the validation with the problem among teachers or lecturers as also a student. So because of that, we thinking about that we need to create the innovation project. Then after that, we for sure that is it the needs from lecturers or teachers, or maybe from that student. So we need to we do for the we have been done with the interview with the lecturers and also the student, then come out with the conclusion about why we need to develop this innovation. And the second phase is about the design and development phases. So design and development phase, we based on that need analysis result, we come up with the design development based on the needs from the student and also the lecturers or teachers. So let me introduce a little bit about my OTG here. Maybe I just introduce what in my OTG, then a bit. I mean, we have let me to introduce about the 2 minutes about my OTG. So this is the link to open it. So we use for the combined sum of tools to develop the my OTG. So the first main of software from the my OTG is GeoGebra. And the other support is we use OneNote, Sway, Microsoft Teams, and Smartboard. All these things we combine together, then come up with the specific from my OTG. This is the figure from that GeoGebra when we produce this innovation to our project. So this is the example. So the proportional logic topic here, we have the sum of the category of the Morgan laws, conditional law, the converse, inverse, and contrapositive, and biconditional law. Then here, which is the one we try to make it like that the student more understand about the reasoning, that situation when we talking about professional logic in our real life. So we create this. We do for the sum program, we do for the sum code to make sure that everything already here and the student can and teachers also can be used this my OTG anywhere. So for example, that this we do use for the situation. So for example, I'm focused for the Morgan law. So the current the situation that given for the P is Amelia is smart. And then continue with, Amelia is hardworking. Okay, based on these two situations, Amelia for P, Amelia is smart and Amelia is hardworking. Then automatically these two situations combined when we use for P and Q, Amelia is smart and Amelia is hardworking. And also P or Q, Amelia is smart or Amelia is hardworking. So that situation, that student or teachers can be improved. But let them improve based on themselves to create that situation. So then these apps, this tool can come up with that situation to mention about the formula. Then let example we do for negative one. Amelia is not smart. And then continue with Amelia is not hardworking. All right. So then here, okay, this is typing error. All right. Okay, then come up with this situation to mention about the formula. So Amelia, it is not true that Amelia is smart and Amelia is hardworking. And then the second formula, it is not true that Amelia is smart or Amelia is hardworking. So this is the example that we come up with. So, and then we also can see that area using the Venn diagram to make to show this situation. So for example, we tick here, meaning that the node is the white color indicate that unshaded area. So meaning the area is here. And also we tick here, then we're looking for this area and this tick here, and the rest. So that student can be more clear about that situation, the proportional logic topic. This is only for De Morgan law. Also we have the others, they can be give some of example for the conditional law. Yeah, this situation we already create that, come up with that situation to help that student understand that concept. And also with the others, to using for the converse inverse situation and also biconditional law. We format already for that student, then the students try to do it themselves to use this software. All right. This is the GeoGebra implementation for the in this innovation of my OTG. Then after that, in the end, we make a conclusion with that situation. All right, let's back to my slide. Right. So this is the introduce about what is my OTG. Then after that, for the third phase is evaluation phase. We do conduct for the experimental design. We involve about the 30 pre-university students which is the experimental group 15 students and control group is 15 students. Let's come up with the results. So in the process of the need analysis, we make conclusion that we have the 5 major issues. Which is the major issues is a formula understanding the problem among students and using a whiteboard and slide only. Also there are comments when we do for that need analysis process. And then they are suggest to use the current technology, and the classroom activities need to more involve and engage, and lack of software among lecturers or teachers they use in the process of teaching. Okay, this is the main need analysis that we have. Then continue for that. Phase 2, design and development phase, we involve the sum of experts and also lecturers to evaluate the my OTG before we finalize. So that based on this result, the more than 70% of the expert lecturers and students, they are agree this my OTG can help them to solve the problem. And then this study actually for the evaluation phase for the experimental design, and then we conclude that when we do for the using for the my OTG, that can be increased that student mathematical reasoning. That can see the changes of the mean value from that pre-test and to the post-test. Okay, let me go for the contribution of these studies. So this study, the first is the comparison about the product, which is the my OTG. Then also we have find that some of the advantage of the my OTG when we develop, and also to see the effect of the my OTG for the mathematical reasoning of the student. Then also the DDR approach successful we used to develop the my OTG and can be effect to the mathematical reasoning among students. Okay, this is for the implication. For when we done with this project, when we found that some of the advantage, maybe the some of the weakness for the process, so we make it in the implementation is that student needs more participate in the process. So that we can see that some of the students more involved, but you can see that yeah, some of them maybe a little bit not to be more, but still a majority from them is still active in the class compared than previous. The student need to adapt the new method of teaching and learning, especially technology used on and less new lesson. And each student at least they have this smartphone, actually to easy them to use the apps of the my OTG. And for the lecturers, for sure that as a lecturers or as teachers, when we use technology, we should have our skill to use technology. Because of based on that, after that we practice in the classroom, we implement the technology because of we have the skills, right? And then this is the from the institution that at least they support to the evidence, the facilities when we conduct this my OTGG. There may be for next other institution, maybe for teachers, if let's say want to use my OTG, at least provide the for teachers or for the students for the facilities when we use for the my OTG. And then this is the achievement. Actually, the my OTG already joined for the some of competition, national and international competition. Then Alhamdulillah, we received actually so many award based on this project. Not only this slide, also we have received for the other slide, but I'm not included in the slide. So we appreciate with the University Malaya Liter 2020. They give us the grant for this project, and Alhamdulillah we done with this project. And this is the award we received, the example of the certificate. So this is for me to share about the my projects. So inshallah for the futures, if let's say any participant interest with this, then can be contact me, and also we can share that how to develop the innovation. So thank you so much. Then I'll be back to the moderator. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Hood Camry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very strong and bold message from Dr. Hood Camry paper. I could hear the last part, which conclusion is teaching innovation by using technology in digital era is very important for teachers, such as GeoGebra, my OT GeoGebra, to make easy study for students. And the last part but not least, we can underline the keyword is GeoGebra and digital teaching. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to raise your hand and ask your question by mentioning your name and your institution and clear question. What is your clear question? We got 5 minutes for Q&A. Please, any question for participant? Any question? All right, no question. Yeah, maybe because mathematics is such one of the difficult subject for many students, Doctor. Yeah? And I'm very interested for this innovation, GeoGebra. Yeah. Oh, yes, please. Miss. Yeah, can you stand in front? Yeah, Doctor. And one person want to ask your question for your paper. Itu. Ya, mengarah ke kamera ya, Bu. Sebutkan nama dan institusinya, Bu.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Hello, Sir Kamri. Good morning. How are you? It's really nice to see you because it's my first time gathering in this nice, very international social science and tourism research conference. Basically, there is nothing the relationship between mathematics and English department, especially for the education and linguistics, because I am coming from the pasca sarjana to postgraduate students education, English education or education linguistic. So my oath, this is really something new. This is really new because I'm not really savvy. I'm not really tech savvy person. I am not a digital native because I never use this. It's really, really new for me, and I'm really interested in it. And I just want to, I want to learn. I just want to engage myself into the new technology. It seems to be like the virtual board that you can use in the classroom. Either you can use online or online. I would prefer it will be used in online teaching method. It's really nice because it's really new for me, and I just want to engage myself, to immersing myself and also my students as well. So my question is, if you, in every single time, if you use these virtual devices as the technology, virtual teaching classroom, that you can, in every single time that you can use this technology, virtual board, what is the obstacles? What is the problems that must be, you often find out from this method, because this is really new for the students, especially for the university students. So what is the obstacles that you, when you use this virtual board as the technology devices? And the second question is, when you are talking about a mathematical development, when you use this this technology virtual as the new methodology where you use virtual board. Exactly how you fostering your material and how to engage your students, to develop the critical thinking, because I believe that there will be some problems, there will be the obstacles that you find out in every single time, in every single day when you are using this a new technology for the students, especially for me, because I'm not really savvy person. I'm not really familiar. I'm not really savvy. I'm not really familiar in using this. I'm not digital native. So can you describe my first question? And can you answer my second question? Is about your obstacles, your problems that you can find in every single time that you engaging, immersing your students in every single time. So thank you for your attention, sir.
Well,
Thank you,
your
Mr.
name?
Moderator.
Yes, your name and
My name is Kumalasari.
Kumalasari. Okay.
Kumalasari.
Okay, Miss Kumalasari, thank you very much for your awesome
Thank
question.
you, Sir Camry. Hood Camry. Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah. Well, you got the question, Dr. Hood Camry. Okay, time is yours, Doctor, to answer she have two questions for your paper. Yes, time is yours, Doctor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ms. Komalasari, thank you for this question. So about the barriers, maybe the obstacle of when we do for the virtual learning. So actually, but the beginning from the starting, we active to use the virtual learning. Yes, we have the some of the problem faces. Yeah. So for example, that just now I mentioned about the 20 students in the class, but only 5 students open the camera, but the rest they close the camera. Then after that, we call the names, they are named, but sometimes they didn't say anything, but only 5 students can be involved. So means this is the first barriers about this. So among the students, they feel like when we in the different field, when they are in the classroom, when you face to face, and they are at home when you do for the online classes, they have that at the time they have different fields. So this actually main barriers, main problem of the lecturers, or maybe from the other teachers also when we do for the virtual or online classes. So means here, how we that's why we thinking about that. And also I'm a lecturer. I'm based on my student they do for the practical at school. There are so many questions from them. Doctor, I have the problem. I have about the 20 students in the classes, but only 5 students, or sometimes only 2 students involved in my class. So how need to do like this? And asking my student to do action research. Do action research to check back what you did on your class, then how to make it that your student interest to yours the process of teaching. Then after that, I'm asking about to improve the process, and then do the activities, do the quizzes, do the sum or the figure out of mathematics on the screen to make a student more interest to your class. Then after that, yeah, Alhamdulillah. Then after this, you mentioned, okay, Doctor, Alhamdulillah, I'm due for the action research. I'll do the changes. Then and many positive feedback from my student. So the main problem when you do for the virtual is because of the the student engagement, especially. Yeah, this is the first problem. Then about the technology skill, that I know that now Ms. Kumalasari said that I'm not the one of who are more to using technology. So okay, then let me focus on that part first. Then we think that I'm not the one that I want not supposed to have that more skill about to use technology. So means, yeah, as teachers, when we want to move, we want to change ourselves to more creative, more to make our student involved for our class. So yeah, let we learn something about technology. Let we up our skill to use technology. It's not said that technology to solve anything that problem, but still that sometimes that traditional approach or traditional method that can be also solve that problem. But how the way that we use technology is which is what their needs. The previous way we do for the literature read. review and also from that our need analysis process. Yeah? So means that this is the mean of this. And then also the question about that when we do for the technology, virtual online, then how we make sure that student critical thinking, if I'm not mistaken about that, yeah, Ms. Kumalasari about that, about the critical thinking, maybe about the highest or the thinking maybe. So let we focus about that content and about the process and also develop the question about the critical thinking or the highest order thinking. In the process of virtual, actually, how do we transfer the knowledge? So how we make sure that the critical thinking, the highest order thinking of our students, so means that we based on our content on the topic. So still we can transfer, look like the face-to-face class, we can transfer the knowledge using that using all the materials that we have. But for sure that when we do for the virtual, we do for the online, we still have opportunity to use the apps or to use the test. For example, like the other softwares, maybe for the simple task, simple question that can be give using the quizzes, for example, the apps of quizzes. We put some of the question that can measure problem solving, critical thinking, reasoning. So the higher order thinking then can be the others app also to measure the critical thinking at the time. And also when the process of learning, we give them some of the tasks, some of the question to measure about the critical thinking. Then regularly, when we do it, when they practice, then they are also can be follow how the way we do this process using the virtual learning. So this is the some of the idea based on my experience when we solve the problem based on me and also based on the student that we already have discussed and based on my experience. Yeah, thank you.
Well, Dr. Hukemri, thank you very much for your answer. And Dr. Hukemri, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your participation, presentation, and great contribution to this last session of ISSTRC 2023. Once again, thank you very much, Doctor. And before we end this session, we will got a photo session guiding by the. Okay, we will have a photo session. So please, can you turn on your camera, all the participants in this Zoom? Yeah, could you please to turn on your camera? We will have photo session. Dr. Abdul Rahman, could you please to turn on your camera? Oh, all right. Maybe. Okay, doctor. Maybe another participant can turn on their camera. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, all the participants, could you please to turn on? Stand up in the front of the stage. We will take a photo session. So all the participants, could you please? Because this is the end of the presentation of this conference. So we will take a photo session by offline and online. Yeah, because we got recorded. Di depan atau di mana?
Boleh
Depan.
gini.
Di depan ya? Bapak Ibu boleh maju ke depan semuanya. Para peserta, kita mau ambil photo session ya. Yang terakhir. Iya. Oke. Bu, boleh maju ke depan, Bu? Berdiri di depan ya. Oh, di situ aja. Oh ya, oke. Stay. Maaf ya, tetap di situ, Bu. Ya. Ya, tetap di tempat, Bu. Iya, benar. Oke, ya, mohon kepada tim.
Ya, udah standby, udah standby.
Oke.
Itu, Pak.
Oke, kita mulai ya untuk ambil foto. Oke, 1, 2, 3. Oke, sekali lagi 1, 2, 3. Oke, maybe the last ya. Pose, free pose bebas ya. Ya, pose bebas. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Well, all right. Thank you very much for all the participants, and I very appreciated for all the speakers, all the participants, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last part of the presentation. Please give big applause for all of us. All right, so I'm really sorry for the mistake of me, and thank you very much. For the next session, we'll guiding by Miss Ria as Master of Ceremony. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
House, our moderator and keynote speaker, berikan tepuk tangan untuk moderator dan para keynote speaker kita. Terima kasih Mr. Dede for guiding the keynote speaker session. Now everyone, and ladies and gentlemen, we are moving to the next agenda. Is the announcement of best paper and best presenter that we have been done yesterday. And nanti jika saya sebut namanya, para peserta bisa menuju ke stage untuk penyerahan sertifikat best presenter. Okay, the first one, congratulations to Dia Safitri. Dia Safitri. Yeah, give applause to Dia Safitri. Well, the next one, the best presenter is going to Isra Tahorik. Give a big applause to Isra Tahorik. And the third one, we are calling Ramadhani. Give a big applause to Ramadhani. Okay, for delivering this certificate, we would like to invite Professor Fuad, Mr. Sutikno, and Mr. Dr. Henry, Rector Stipol Pulau Pinang, for delivering the certificate. Silakan mengambil tempat, Prof. Fuad, Bapak Sutikno, dan Bapak Dr. Henry, Rektor Stipol Pulau Pinang, untuk menyerahkan sertifikat kepada Best Presenter kita pada International Conference hari ini. Ya, penyerahan sertifikat diberikan oleh Bapak Dr. Henry kepada Isra Tahorik. Oke. Selanjutnya sesi foto bersama, kami persilakan untuk mengambil tempat Profesor Fuad, Mr. Sutikno, Bapak Dr. Henry. Ya, kami persilakan juga perwakilan dari USI. Oke, kami persilakan duduk kembali. Oh, masih ada? Oke, kami persilakan duduk kembali. Sekali lagi, give a big applause to all the best presenter of this international conference, everyone. Okay. Next agenda is signing of LOI, letter of intent. We would like to invite Profesor Fuad, Rektor Stipol Pulau Pinang, Bapak Dr. Henry, dan juga dari Universitas Simalungun Indonesia untuk mengambil tempat di depan panggung. Oke, kepada para panitia kami persilakan untuk membantu persiapan penandatanganan LOI ini. Oke, mari bersama kita saksikan penandatanganan letter of intent among Unisja Terengganu Malaysia, Universitas Simalungun Indonesia, and Stipol Raja Ali Pulau Pinang. Oke, selanjutnya bisa ditunjukkan Bapak dokumennya ke arah kamera, sesi foto dengan menunjukkan dokumen yang telah ditandatangani. Iya, kami persilahkan berdiri. Oke. Iya. Displaying the flag. Oke. Ya. Oke, terima kasih Bapak. Kami persilakan Prof. Fuad, perwakilan dari Stipol Raja Ali Pulau Pinang dan USI untuk mengambil tempat kembali. Oke, masih ada satu lagi delivery memento, ada pelakat Pak, masih tetap stay Pak, ada pelakat, ada harus diserahkan dari Unisja Terengganu Malaysia. Ya, boleh Pak kita di bawah, bisa menuju bawah panggung. Oh. Oke, terima kasih. Kami persilahkan duduk kembali kepada seluruh Bapak, Ibu. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are arriving at the end session of this international conference, and the last agenda is opening remarks delivered by Director of Postgraduate School of Universitas Muslim Nusantara Al-Wasliyah. We would like to invite once again closing remarks by Mr. Sutikno, PhD.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu hal adulukum ala tijaratin tunjikum min ajabin alim tu'minuna billahi wa rasulihi wa tujahiduna fisabilillah bi amwalikum wa ampusikum jalikum khairul lakum in kuntum ta'lamun. Kembali bersyukur kita kehadiran Allah Subhanahu wa taala. Hari ini kita masih diberi keselamatan dan kesehatan sehingga dapat berkumpul di ruangan ini dalam keadaan sehat walafiat. Selawat beriringan salam sama-sama kita hadiahkan kepada Rasulullah, junjungan kita Nabi besar Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allahumma sholli ala sayidina Muhammad wa ala ali sayidina Muhammad. Yang kami hormatin delegasi Uniza beserta rombongan Profesor Dr. Ahmad Fuad bin Matsum. Yang kami hormatin Bapak Dr. Hendri, Rektor Sipol Raja Ali, dan sahabat saya Bang Sianturi dari USI, ada juga dari Stik Hukuman Sapri Pak Sabrul Jamil, dan kawan-kawan yang tidak bisa saya sebutkan satu persatu namanya. Terima kasih, rasa syukur dan rasa bangga sebagai tuan rumah penyelenggara konferensi internasional ini. Tentunya kami banyak kekurangan. Oleh karena itu, mohonlah kami kiranya atas segala kekurangan kami, baik dari segi penyambutan, tingkah laku kami dalam melayani Bapak Ibu sekalian, dan mungkin ada hal-hal lain yang kurang berkenan, kami memohon maaf kepada Bapak Ibu. Tentunya ini tidak menjadi sebuah perhitungan di yaumil akhir nanti. Rasa bangga dan rasa bersyukur telah terselenggaranya kegiatan konferensi internasional ini tentunya menjadi nilai tambah dan nilai lebih bagi kami di PPS Pasca Sarjana UMN Al-Wasliyah ini. Terima kasih tak terhingga kepada seluruh rombongan delegasi Uniza. Insya Allah dalam waktu dekat saya dan Pak Rektor akan membalasnya juga ke sana. Ya, terima kasih kami ucapkan kepada pihak-pihak yang turut mensukseskan kegiatan ini, kepada Bapak Ibu Kaprodi, Kepala Lembaga, dosen, mahasiswa, dan seluruh tim panitia yang bekerja. Saya mohon maaf, kiranya kita bisa ketemu lagi nanti dalam konferensi berikutnya yang seperti disampaikan oleh Prof. Fuad di Riyadh, Arab Saudi. Semoga kita diberi umur yang panjang, rezeki yang melimpah sehingga bisa mengikuti kegiatan tersebut. Terima kasih atas berkah rahmat Allah yang Maha Kuasa. Seminar internasional ini kita tutup dengan mengucap Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for all your participation during these 2 days. It means a lot to us And we are really sorry and we do apologize for all the mistakes and weaknesses during this international conference. Once again, thank you so much for all the participation and contribution because no one belongs to the perfection. Ladies and gentlemen, let me end by saying wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you again in the next International Conference 2024.